it's part1 here. Welcome to another ASMR video where we're gonna stab kids for money. Now this is called democracy. Sorry guys, I was just copying a meme because I'm absolute GDM. Anyway, so I'm playing some more World Box and I decided this is actually going to be like a few part series. This is like the old world, and then there's going to be the new world, the new world, maybe even the new world. But yeah, look at this. Look how beautiful this is. I'm still building it. This is in 5 times speed, so it doesn't last too long. And it's all 3 times speed after this, so the video is not too short. Because, you know, I'm a Chad. But yeah, this is just me renaming them for like the Dwarven. This is like the island of man, the tribe of the north. So I was like, oh, I'll make them all tribes of something. And then one of them conquers them all. They can be like the United Tribes, which actually worked. This is the Fire Nation. It was all okay until the Fire Nation attacked, because the elves. Did you hear me? They are elves. It kind of got unlucky because for some reason bears and stuff will just randomly spawn and kind of kill things. I was alright about the humans, but then the dwarves died and I kind of wanted the dwarves, so I brought them back. And the elves died and I was like, okay, I'll get some more elves, you know, put them back. And then I went, wait a minute. Oh wait, no, no, yeah, so I was forgetting. So yeah, they died as well, so I put them back. Because eventually they died again, but I think they took over somewhere else, so it didn't matter. So I might have given them the plague or something, you know, funny like that. Thanks to the humans dying, it basically left a massive area for the orcs to take over. Because the dwarves were in a weird spot because of the little rivers that they were kind of they weren't near it. These were the actual other dwarves, they were doing alright. This is when I noticed the humans, the island of man, then the United Tribes I formed, and the elves did really well, but then the elves got aggressive, and eventually I realised they were going to kind of ruin everything, so I gave them the plague, like an absolute Chad, and then the orcs got too strong, so I had to do the same to them. Yeah, that's basically how this worked. This entire time, no. I just basically gave you the entire history of this. I'm joking guys, I'm joking. So yeah, the elves, they got a bit too much, so I gave them the plague. I'm always very careful to try and keep the plague contained, as it's like a, it's not a violent way of killing things, it's not just removing them, it's kind of just letting them go. It's more natural, and then I tried to repot them back in, but then I realised they had a colony, so that just became where they all lived. And the orcs managed to take it over, and I was like, okay, well the orcs must become the divided tribes, like the collapsed tribes, but I was retarded and couldn't figure out collapse. Yeah, but they never really fell much. Like, I think they were all, because they were all on the same island. If it was like multiple, like so the island one, Netop, that was okay because it's on an island. They're okay and they're fighting a war, so they're fine. And I kept trying a bit and a bit. It kind of worked. It wasn't really doing anything. It was just kind of, you know, messing them up in their war, as they then had to fight themselves for a bit and lower the population. But there was too much space for them, which means that they might be the colonisers. I gave them the plague and then I realised the one who I gave the plague to started swimming, so I just chucked some grenades in the water to make sure they didn't make it. And then, yeah, and I started this again. Because it's like, well, they have the plague, so people are dying. And there's those, who I noticed most of us, they also got the plague at one point, which I was annoyed about, so I decided to heal them. Then I was like, oh, maybe it's best if I just heal everyone, including the orcs, because they're about to die. The orcs and elves, even though the elves collapsed, they were always in a constant state of war, which I kind of hated. there weren't enough land, I think, which was kind of the point, but it was kind of annoying. This is when I decided that I was going to finally shrink the area down so there was bigger oceans and stuff, and then kind of sort it out. I think it looked alright. I ended up isolating one of the islands so it's like they had a deep ocean, because I felt like maybe this game doesn't really have it yet, which I kind of hate, but what they should make it is that deep oceans are like, you can't just swim, you need boats, but that's not how it works. This game doesn't have boats yet because it hasn't been updated enough, which is kind of a shame. It's quite a niche game, I think, where it's fun, but it's just very strange. It's very specific. So yeah, that's why I basically started beating them up like. That was just me checking how long I'd been doing this for, because I was starting to get a little bored. Which is when I started kind of getting a bit more hands off and just letting you watch it, which I thought was quite nice. It's kind of the point of this. You just kind of let it go and run and kind of just exist, which is always good. So yeah, this is a fun game. I'd recommend buying it. It's like £5 or something, maybe 8, but it's really fun. And I'll give it like a 10 out of 10. I was started trying to sort them out again, and I was like, oh, I'll actually finally curve it all. I do kind of think I might put some little islands in. I mean, it's the end of the video, so I'll probably discuss it next episode, but I was going to put some islands in between the elves, the dwarves, and then the orcs. But yeah, okay guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. Like and subscribe, boy. Your nan, she'll be saying goodbye.